Hello, welcome to She Boss Talk. Today, I am going to be providing a walkthrough of the beneficial ownership information reporting process, otherwise known as BOI. This is a new federal mandate for small business owners to report the beneficial owners of your business. So the first thing that I'm going to do is walk through the timelines for each business, depending on when your particular business was registered. Then I'm going to go through the walkthrough. Now, come on in. If you're new here, welcome. Let us know who you are, what your business is, and where you're hailing from. We love to know. I am getting set up here, logging on to making sure we're able to go live on Instagram, because we do go live in a number of different places. For you all, if you're benefiting from this content, I'm just going to ask you, please give this a like so more people see this. There are literally millions of businesses that don't even know that this federal requirement is now a requirement. Okay. Also, we already know every time a new program launches or new requirement launches, there's also misinformation. So you want to make sure you're getting the right information. So please share out this video. Please tag another business owner that you know so that they get this information. And again, if you love our content, if you're benefiting from it, please follow and subscribe. That would help us a lot. Also, if you can, give us a sticker or a star, depending on the platform you're on, that would be helpful for us as well. Again, we want to make sure that you have the latest information that is going to help your business. And because there are penalties attached to not reporting or being in non-compliance that can potentially have a major impact on your business, that is not part of wealth building. So making sure we are in compliance is part of building wealth, because we don't want fines and fees attacking our business that is going to keep us from using that money to make a greater impact, to be able to scale our business, and again, create wealth for our families, be able to use them for use the monies for what we want to use them for. And there are penalties. So I'm going to walk through. Don't worry if you can't read the screen. I'm telling you the information is just there for just a walkthrough, but you should be able to see it. If you don't have really good eyesight, don't worry about it. Just take notes. And if you have questions, feel free to share the question. I'll try to answer it live. If I don't, I always follow up after the broadcast. You will see references to what I'm speaking about and other resources in the description where the words are to this particular video. So you will see what I'm sharing first before we actually go through the walkthrough. It are the important dates to be mindful of. So I'm going to walk through these important dates for you for the report, the filing. Now, if you're a person like me and your business was registered, and this is for for-profit businesses. So if you have a nonprofit, nonprofits are exempt right now. That doesn't mean you will always be exempt, but for right now, nonprofits are not required to report. Nonprofits are on the list of 23 other business categories that are exempt, and most of which are on the stock exchange. So pretty much most of you all that are watching, you will be required to report. Now, small business owners that are registered, meaning that you register your business with your state, which is a requirement, by the way, then you are required to submit this report. Now, if you're in business, say you're contracting with the 1099, you're a sole proprietor, you haven't taken the step to register your business with your state, with your Secretary of State, or the division that operates the registration, which is usually the Secretary of State, then you are not required to submit a report either. So you should know, if your business, if you file paperwork with your Secretary of State, if you did for a business, LLC or not, it could be LLC, a partnership, S Corp, C Corp. If that is the case, you are required to submit a report for each business. Okay. So I have 4 businesses, right? And that I filed, and I have to submit a report for all 4 businesses. Okay, and I cannot wrap them into one. Each business I have to submit a separate filing. Okay, so let's walk through these dates. If you were registered by your state in the United States on or before February 1st of 2024, you need to submit your report by January 1st of 2025. So we have the longest period of time that we can wait to make sure that we have completed the process for our businesses. Okay, so if you registered in the United States before, you have until January 1st of 2025. Now, if you register your business on or after January 1st of 2024 and before January 1 of 2025, you have 90 days after receiving your actual public notice that your company's creation or registration is effective to file your initial BOI reports. Okay, so this again, if your business was registered with your state on or after January the 1st of 2024 and before January 1 of 2025, you have 90 days after receiving the actual public notice that your company's creation or registration is effective for the initial reporting. Now, reporting companies created or registered on or after January 1st of 2025, which is not here yet, those companies will have 30 calendar days from the receipt of actual public notice that their creation or registration is effective to file their initial BOI reports. So know which category you fall in. So the newer your business is, the smaller period of time or the shorter period of time you have to actually file your reports. Because this is new, and those of us that were already registered before this was in effect, we have the longest period of time that we can take action. But as I always say, I would not wait to the last minute to get your reports done. I would add it to your annual plan, your business plan, your monthly plans, whatever your plans is, and your calendar, and actually make it a priority. Get it done so that you don't forget, and then now you're hit with the penalty, which can be up to $500 per day, and you can serve jail time. Okay, so those are the things that we want to avoid. So I hope that is clear. Let me just see if we have any questions. I see you all on here. Thank you so much again. Please do share this out. Tag another business owner that you know that needs this information. Okay, so I'm going to now share the screen for the actual reporting. You're going to go to FinCen.gov/BOI, and you will see this screen. Okay, let me just make sure the right screen is on here. And it is. This is where you file your beneficial ownership information report. Now, there's two ways that you can do it. You can file using a PDF, have it mailed to you, mail it back in. I do not recommend that. It takes longer. The paperwork can get lost. There's snail mail. All of these things you have to think about. I don't recommend that. I recommend that you use the second option here, and that's to use the web and to prepare to file online. Okay, so it's saying here Adobe Reader is not required. You can prepare and submit online now. Prepare your online BOI filing, your updates and corrections. It just makes it so much easier to be able to do so. So you're going to choose here the web, and you're going to click on that button. Okay, and you should see that there is another screen that actually starts your filing process, and it's telling you at the top to complete the report in its entirety with all required fields, and fields are marked with the asterisk. Please pay attention to that, because if you get stuck, if it's saying it's an error, it won't let you through. Most likely there's something that you missed, or you may have to correct, or maybe you correct something and it did something to another field. So you have the opportunity to go back to the previous screen to correct whatever you need, and you have ability to go next. You should follow these tabs here at the top, because every time you complete the screen, it will go to the next tab, the next tab, and the next time until you are at the point of the submit button and you can submit your information. Okay, so the first question is asking you, and for all of us, unless you've done this, there's a few of you that have done it. If you have completed your reports, let me know in the comments. Just put a 1 in the comment if you have already completed your BOI report. But for most of us, we're going to submit an initial report. Once you do that and you say, hey, there's something I need to correct, you can go back, you can go in, correct, you can update, and then just identify what it is that you're doing. So again, everything is matching up correctly. So we're going to select A option for initial report. Number 2 is asking, it's not even asking us, it's telling us the date. So it's going to automatically populate the date for you. This is the date prepared. So the day that you go in here to start preparing. Now, if you leave, you go out of this and then you come back, tomorrow is going to update the date. Okay. So it will have the accurate date that you are actually filing, okay, or submitting this report. So it has today's date, which is February the 6th of 2024, and it says to go next. But as you can see, there's a privacy notice here that you want to read through and make sure that you understand, and then you can hit the next button. Okay, so now we're on the next screen, and it says, now on the first screen, you have the option to create your FinCen ID. I did not do that. That is optional. Okay, you do not have to create a FinCen ID first before you actually submit this report. So I did not. What I did is I selected number 3 to request to receive a FinCen ID. Okay. All right. So the next step is putting your legal name or an alternate name. So say, for instance, you have an LLC and you have a DBA that you operate under, like I do. Like I have like 4 DBAs that I have. What you would do is you would put your reporting legal name. So let's just say, I'm putting in dummy information. So sometimes people are like, you're putting your information on here. This is dummy information that I'm putting on here. I couldn't figure out how to get these blurry tools to work where I can actually plug in the data. But I'm putting my legal name. You will put your legal name there. And if you have a DBA that you're operating under, like say it was She Commerce that I'm operating on, you can actually list each DBA underneath. So again, they will link them together. So this is, e-commerce that I put here, and then I can add an alternate name with this blue button. So that is what you would do. But I'm going to stop there because I have no more to offer there. And then it's going to say, and then you have here, each step is asking if you need help. If you need help, there's help here to further explain what it is that they're asking for. If you're not understanding what it is, they will see this information here. Okay. But they're asking for your tax ID, your information. So most of us, if you're registered, you followed up that registration with the EIN is what you're supposed to do, but not everybody did or has done that. So if you register your business and it's under your social security number, then you would use your social security number. Now, if you're foreign, this applies to foreign businesses too. So if you're a foreign business operating a business in the United States, you want to follow that process. Okay. So we're going to select EIN here, and then we have to put our ID in field number 8. Okay. So again, this number needs to be a 9-digit number. So if, say, for instance, you're typing and you only put 8 digits, it's going to tell you that it's requiring a 9-digit number. Okay, so, and you do not need to put the dash in there that you typically see in your EIN number or your social security number, because it's going to take up the space. You just put in the numbers. So once you do this, like I already identified like where I am. So this is grayed out. So depending on how you are answering the questions, you will find that some areas are grayed out that you don't even need to address. Okay. And so number 9 is one of them based on the information that I provided. Now it's asking about jurisdiction of formation and or first registration. So it's asking me about the country. And so the first option is United States. That's where I'm from. So it makes it very easy to put that there. And then it's asking me a B, domestic reporting company. And I'm going to select which state I registered in or I'm registered in. So see, tribal jurisdiction, since I'm not a tribe, I'm not in a tribal jurisdiction, it's automatically grayed out. So this would be different if you are, if your business is in a tribal jurisdiction, then this would be open for you to fill out. Okay. Next is current U.S. address. So your business needs to have a current U.S. address, and it's asking you to complete that information here. So we are going to put in our address. And we're going to put our city. Let me go in order. U.S. territory. Again, the state is the same. So for me, it's Ohio. Okay, and then it's going to ask you for your zip code. Okay, if it's all correct, if there's not any issues with it, it will not read out. If it is, it will read out. And if it's not read, then you go to the next step by clicking next. Okay, so this first button here, okay, is saying if you need help again, you can expound for more help if you don't understand. But number 16, existing reporting company. Okay, I am an existing reporting company. It says check if existing reporting company as of January 2024. So if as of January 1, you were already existing, you're going to click yes. Okay, and when you click yes, it's going to say attention, when existing reporting company is indicated, all company application fields will be cleared or disabled. Do you wish to continue? The answer is yes. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here. Part 2, company information. You can see it's saving me time. I'm already in existence. All of these are grayed out. There's nothing for me to fill out. Okay, nothing for me to fill out. Here is all grayed out. Okay. So we're going to go scroll down. The only thing is when we come down here, it's going to ask me to provide identifying documentation. So what I want to do is click on this folder here. Hold on just a second. Okay, so that's grayed out too. Let's move to the next one. So it's going to have the beneficial owner number 1. Okay, so I'm not a parent or guardian, but say your business, you have partnerships, or if you are a minor child, because there are children that have businesses, or if you're a guardian, you want to click here. I am not, so I'm going to fast forward past that. I don't have a Fincen ID. I requested it. I'm not an exempt entity, so there's nothing to put here. Legal name, date of birth, and all of that. I want to put that here. And instead of asking for your first name, so make sure you're reading correctly, they're asking for your last name. So Roddy is my last name and my first name. We're going to put that here. This middle name is optional, and they're going to ask you for your date of birth. Okay, and you're going to put that information there. They're going to ask you for your address. And your city. So they're asking you for the same information, but now it's for you. It's not your business, is for you. Okay, and then the state, this is red, so we want to put the state in here. And then it's asking us for the zip code. Okay, so mine is going to be the same, because why? I'm a home-based business. My business's address is not separate. So for brick and mortar, the information, your address and everything will be different from your residential address. But if you have a home-based business, you're putting in the same address. Okay, now here, this is where it's saying asking for form of identification and issuing jurisdiction. This is where you're going to click the drop down button and choose how you want to identify yourself. So I chose my passport. And so you're just going to, based on whichever you choose, you're going to put that identifying number in field 49. So I'm putting a number here. I'm in the United States of America. I need to select the United States of America. If I've already sent out my state, so that's grayed out. And then it's going to ask me to upload my identification. So I'm doing that now again in field 51, and I chose to upload my passport. Now, I want to say this is just test it out, because initially when I was using my ID, it wasn't working. Sometimes these tools can be finicky when it comes to ID. It doesn't give you an secondary option like some of them do, where you can actually just use your webcam and show them your ID there. You have to upload it, and you need to upload it. So if, say, for instance, you have a Word document, just download it as a PDF before you upload it here. So it will accept it, okay? So that's that identifying image PDF form that I just uploaded there, okay? And then I'm going next. So it's bringing me to this screen. This is where we can tell if it's going to tell us if we have any previous errors, or there's something we didn't fill out, or if something is blank on the other page, but it hasn't told us that yet. And it says, you can see now we made it all the way to submit. So it's taking me a little bit longer, but really it should only take you about 5 to 10 minutes to complete this entire process. So you're going to put your email here. You're going to confirm again what your email is. You're going to put your first name, and you're going to put your last name, and you're going to certify that I am authorized to file the BOIR report on behalf of the reporting company. I further certify on behalf of the reporting company that the information contained in this report is true, accurate, and complete. So there's a compliance reminder that the willful failure to report complete beneficial ownership information to FinCen, with the willful failure to update beneficial ownership information provided to FinCen when previously reported information changes, or willful provision of false or fraudulent beneficial ownership information to FinCen may result in civil or criminal penalties. A person may also be subject to civil or criminal penalties for willfully causing a reporting company to report incomplete or false information. Okay, so that's for people, maybe somebody you're helping you to do this. And if they are supporting and providing false information, or whether you know it or not, again, there can be penalties involved. Then it's going to ask you to do this little CAPTCHA thing here, and then verify and saying click on images containing animals. So every one of these will be different. And so you just have to make sure that you're following what they're asking you to do. So make sure you understand. Sometimes it'll work and you may have to do it twice. So it says click on all images containing animals that do not live in the water. Okay, so the ones that don't live in the water, that's the one that I'm clicking on, and it would tell me next. Okay, so it's asking do not live in the water. Let's try this one more time. Okay, so it checked it saying that I am human, and it has the blue button. You're going to click the blue button. I'm not going to click it because I put dummy information. This is not my real information, so I'm not going to click it, but I'm going to show you what it looks like once you click submit, and your form, what it's going to say is your form is processing. Then it's going to show you another screen, and I'm going to show that to you now. So it should be on the screen. Okay, so this is the screen that you will see once your information is accepted. It's going to get your status. It's going to give you your BOIR ID, your submission tracking ID, and you want to make sure you download this, the receive stamp, like timestamp and everything. Anytime I fill out information, the first thing I do is take a picture of it. Before any mistakes are made, or I accidentally hit the X and get out of the screen, you want to make sure it fully processes. It brings up this screen, take a photo, and there's an option to download. So download it. It says important before closing out the page, we strongly recommend downloading the transcript below. So I downloaded it, and then I immediately uploaded it to my Google Drive, where I have a designated folder for all of my BOI reports. So if there's ever a question or something comes back, a discrepancy, I have all of the information, all of the tracking numbers, everything is here. Okay, and it's saying who it went to and the email address. So you want to make sure you didn't make an error with your email address, because if they are sending you correspondence, it's going to bounce. It will not get to the, to your email. Okay. And I just wanted to share this last one part of it with you. This is what the download transcript is going to look like. So it's going to download like this. And again, you're going to upload it to your Google Drive or wherever you house your files. Okay. So that is, I'm going to stop sharing now. But that is the, hold on just a second. Let me go back here. That is the process for filing your report. So I'm going to just leave this up here before, as we close out. Going to, again, FinCen.gov/BOI is going to take you to this report. You submit it, 5-10 minutes, you're done. It's one time only and it's free. So this is not something you have to do on an annual basis or any cycle, unless you need to correct something or update. It's one time only. That makes it easy. So let's get it done and have it out the way, and then we could get back to other business that we have. So I'm just checking to see if there are any questions. There's a question here. Is it true that you have to do this if your business is only 6 months old in 2023 and not receiving funds? Yes. Whether you are making money in your business or not is irrelevant. So that's a really good question, because it's a really, really good question, because so many people have the misinformation and the false belief that if they are not making money in their company, they don't need to do anything. The moment you decided to go in business and you created your LLC or you registered with the state, you might as well start doing business. That means making money in your business, providing a product or a service in your business, because regardless, you're going to have to fill out this report. You're going to have to fill out taxes, regardless of what other people may have told you. You are obligated to fulfill these requirements, your state requirements and federal requirements, as a business owner or as a registered business. So again, whether you can make $0. And if you're just coming in and you missed the beginning where I walked through the timelines, there was nothing mentioned that said anything about how much money you make. All it said was is based on the dates that you register your business is how long you have to do it, right? So the older your business is, like mine, when they put the law into place, when they rolled it out, I was already in business. So those of us that were already in business, registered before January 1st of 2024, we have the longest period of time to get this done. They're giving us really a year to get it done. Everybody else, they're giving you a shorter period of time. Okay. So those that, if you, again, will register your business January 1, 2024, and before January 1 of 2025, you have 90 days from the time that you receive your notice that your business has been registered and it's effective. You have 90 days. And those that you're going to be starting businesses, because there are new businesses that's going to be started. And some of you that already have business may start a new business. That new business, if it started on or after January 1 of 2025, you will only have 30 days to get this done. Because by that time, there will have been enough education, information, announcements about this program where they don't need to give you a year to do it. It's just going to become it's a regular part of the process of, after you register, this is the federal requirement to submit this report. Okay. You're welcome. Is there a section on there for LLCs you haven't used? No. Again, just like the statement I made regarding, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you can make $0. And if you're making $0, that means you're not really active in your business. Okay. If you haven't used it, it doesn't matter. You still have to file for it. So, and I said this, so if you missed my previous announcement post to let you know what this requirement is, that video, please go check it out. It's on our video tab. Watch that video. Okay. If you are not active, like I have a company that I have not dissolved it. Okay, it is still registered. It's still active. I'm still in compliance. I have not dissolved or officially closed the business. And this is not you stop working the business. It means you have to go back to your Secretary of State or your state office, depending on your state, and actually file the appropriate paperwork to dissolve the business, meaning that it is no longer in business. Everything is dissolved. That is the only way that you would avoid this reporting. So you have to think, to yourself, is this business, do you have a plan to use it in the future or no? And if you are, start working the business, file the report, start working the business. And if not, just go ahead and dissolve the business. Okay, that talk about it with if you have partners, you definitely need to talk about it with them before you make any of these decisions. But if you're 100% owner like myself, make the decision for yourself. Talk to any professionals you need. You might even be able to talk to someone at the state about their processes for dissolving businesses. But I haven't operated one of my businesses since 2016. And I still am responsible to file it on my taxes, and I'm still responsible to fill out this report. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Doesn't matter if you are active in your business, doesn't matter if you are making money with that business. If it's a business and it's registered, is all you need to know. If it is, you need to register, you need to file your BOI reports. Okay. All right. So that's it. I will continue to keep you all updated on the BOI because again, this is new. So, they're going to continue to be updates. Don't count on them, getting rid of this requirement. I don't anticipate they will get rid of it. This is a way to prevent a lot of the fraud that's going on, counterfeiting, all of the things that people are doing business overseas and not reporting their business, their assets and things like that. They're trying to cut down on a lot of the fraud that's going on, misuse of the businesses, the lack of transparency that these businesses have. And this is the way that this is one of the ways that they're doing this. So I don't anticipate that this is going away anytime soon. Now, again, for those that may have missed it, this does not apply to nonprofits at this time. It may in the future. Right now, if you have a nonprofit organization, you are not required to report on that nonprofit. This is for-profit businesses. And again, as I keep up with it, if that should change, then I will come and share another video and I will let you know, hey, effective this day, they're now requiring nonprofits or any other group that they're not currently requiring to start reporting. Okay, so stay tuned for those updates. Make sure that you are following, make sure that you are subscribed because we keep you abreast of the latest updates of any business, any program related to your business that's going to have an impact on your business. That includes, changing federal laws, changing in the state laws that are going to really have an impact on your business. Don't take these things lightly and think you could just brush it off, because people that do that, they're unpleasantly surprised when they get a notice saying that they're in non-compliance and now there's a penalty for that. I know anytime I get an email that says I'm out of compliance, I drop everything I'm doing. Because sometimes I don't know. I don't know, especially with the state. And especially if you get to the point where you are hiring employees, there's so many reporting requirements. It sometimes can be hard to keep up with it. That's why you have to be organized and know when you have to report different things. There's so many different reports on certifications you have. If your business licenses, you have to keep up with those and recertify, renew. It's so much that we have to do as a business owner. And a lot of times we have our head down so much we don't know these new requirements that are coming out. That's why we have to put our heads up and really tune in. So, at least, okay, this is what's coming. This is what's next. Let's make sure that we're doing what we need to do. But I don't take it lightly. I don't like to see any organization tell me I'm out of compliance, and I'm doing everything. I will call them till I will call, I will email, do everything I can do multiple times till I get whoever I need to get on that phone to explain to me what's going on. I recently did that with our unemployment system. My taxes were like super high because they said I was in non-compliance or something I wasn't even aware. So I'm like, okay, how can we correct this? So I got on top of it. I didn't make it anyone else's responsibility, and I worked. Thankfully, and it's hard to get a hold of people at the state sometimes. And this lady like worked with me. She was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna work with you. But even with that, there were email problems, right? It was rejecting my email. Sometimes it goes into some holding place because it's considered spam or something like that. So, but you have to be diligent. This is it's the nature of the business. It comes with being a business owner. But I did not stop until we got it resolved. And guess what? Not only did my non-compliance turn to compliance, but they reduced my percentage rate that I was paying. And then based on my information I gave them, I wound up getting a refund of over $1,000. Okay. So it was more than worth it for me to follow up on that notification. So like I tell you all the time, to please make sure you are paying attention to your emails, you are checking your inboxes and spam folders on a regular basis, because you never know if it's going to hit your inbox or it may hit your spam folder. Or it may go to your promotional folder, which is not your primary folder. If you don't know how to use your emails, I would definitely encourage you to take a class, watch a YouTube video on how on your email, depending on your email system, because too many people, again, are missing out on a lot of opportunities. They become in compliance because they just fail to look at their email and be responsive to their emails. I can't say that enough, because it's a chronic problem in the small business community. It was a problem in corporate America, and it's an even bigger problem among small business owners, just not responding to their emails, not checking them, and you're missing out on so much. And I just don't want you to get in non-compliance and then you're penalized because you just didn't pay attention to an email. Okay. And then when they notify you and send you the confirmations via email, please just organize them. Create a folder, organize them into an email folder. So if you ever have to go back and say, oh, then you go directly to that folder. It makes it so much easier. You're not trying to figure out where's this thing I need to do, or I need to look at, or I got that confirmation they're saying they didn't get. Where is it? You will know. You will have already established a folder. So those are just tips I want to share, because that's what I do. And anytime these things have come up, it's just simple as, let me go find that email because I know it's in that folder. Let me go find that document because I know it's in my Google folder over here. It just makes it so much easier. Okay. So those are tips. This is the beneficial ownership reporting step-by-step walkthrough. Get those reports in. And if you still have more questions, I will follow up after this live. If you're coming in for the replay, #replay, and stay tuned for upcoming videos. We just did a tax video, tax tips for 2024. This is tax season. Are you getting those deductions? Are you getting the tax credits that your business deserves and or that you qualify for? And are you documenting and recording your business in a way that you will get them, qualify for them? And if you're audited, you will pass. That's the questions you want to ask yourself as a business owner. So go check out that video. We gave so many tips, 2024 tax tips, okay, for small business owners. Don't miss it. Go check the replay. Continue to be the boss with Amplify Impact, and have a great day.